Now it's Sac&Co.
Hello everybody and welcome to Sac&Co. I'm your host Melissa Paul. I certainly hope you had a great holiday weekend. Well, having a child can really put things into perspective for parents. It really changes your entire world and your life. And along with taking care of a newborn, protecting your child at all costs becomes a #1 priority. Well, the UC Davis Children's Hospital is doing their part to help ensure that your little one's safety while they are sleeping is a big initiative. And so they also have an initiative called Safe Sleep Initiative for Infants. And here to tell us more about it, our UC Davis Children's Hospital pediatrician, we have Dr. Laura Carr, and UC Davis Newborn Nursery Assistant Nurse Manager, Candace Duns. Welcome to both of you. This is a really great topic, one that I'm very passionate about and was already chatting with you before the show. But help our viewers understand a little more about Safe Sleep. What is this Safe Sleep Initiative?
Well, thank you, Melissa. So we at UC Davis Children's Hospital, as well as across the country, are focusing on the safety of sleep for infants. That's children younger than a year of life who are at the highest risk of dying when they're sleeping. So that can be sudden infant death syndrome, which you've probably heard of before. But even more broadly than that, there's sudden unexpected infant deaths of all kinds that can happen during sleep, which includes babies who roll off the bed and get wedged between the wall and their mother, babies who asphyxiate, which means they suffocate by rolling and having a blanket cover them, that kind of thing. So Safe Sleep Initiative broadly just says, how do we keep kids safe while they're sleeping, both in our hospital environment, but then also once they go home.
Okay, so what does safe sleep look like?
So what safe sleep looks like is you have your baby alone. But first of all, you can co-room, but what we don't want is to encourage is co-sleeping, because as Dr. Carr just said, that's when accidents can happen. So the baby's alone, the baby's laying on his or her back, and he or she has her own safe sleep space, whether that be a crib, a bassinet, one of the portable pack and plays, something like that, with a nice firm mattress. You don't have bumper pads. People like to decorate their nurseries with these beautiful bumper pad sets, and we do not suggest using those at all. No loose blankets, no stuffed animals.
Okay, so basically what I just noticed on the mock child that we have in the pack and play here in studio is that in place of a blanket seems to be like a warm bunting, warm sleeper that's all inclusive in what the child's wearing, so you know that they're going to be warm in the colder months. But no bumpers like you had mentioned, because that in itself can act like a pillow, right?
It can, and babies can, especially once they start moving around, they can get themselves wrapped up in them and actually have a strangulation.
And I think too for parents, you know, you've carried this child for 9 months, you really want that child as close to you as possible, right? It's only natural to feel that way, but what are the dangers of co-sleeping?
So co-sleeping, as you say, in and of itself is something that parents are doing, trying to do right by their kid, trying to have their baby right there. It does run the risk, though, that the baby could end up with the parent falling asleep and then end up wedged either between the wall. The baby can end up with a blanket or pillow covering up baby's face. Certainly if parents are under the influence of drugs or alcohol, there is more disinhibition and they're more likely to accidentally roll over. I
imagine too sleep deprivation will play a part in
Absolutely.
not being as alert and aware as well, and you think, oh, I'm not going to roll over on my child, it's not going to happen, I'll wake up. But you don't know when you are that tired.
So there's absolutely none of us are completely risk-free in these sorts of things, right? And so I think making sure that we teach parents exactly how, modeling and showing kind of how this can be done, because it's really hard.
And what is UC Davis doing though to help promote the Safe Sleep Initiative, and also to educate parents so they can make the right decisions?
That's a great question. So what we're doing is we were working with the Child Abuse Prevention Center, and I became part of that group, and we carried forward their Safe Sleep Baby program, and we tailored it to UC Davis. So what we did is we started out with educating our nurses and our care providers, because one of the most important things is that we need to be giving consistent messages to these families. And from there, we went forward, we educated the parents, and we're going to start using the Safe Sleep sacks in the hospital, And UC Davis Children's Hospital is also, because of a gracious grant that we got from Children's Miracle Network, we will be actually sending the parents home with a Safe Sleep sack.
Oh, great.
And yeah, just modeling the practice, because what we hope to see is the more that we model it as care professionals, that when the parents go home and they're in their own environment, that they're going to be more likely to model what they saw done in the hospital.
That's fantastic. And you had mentioned, you know, SIDS is something that's a little bit different than the sudden infant death, but this all plays into the whole importance of having that individual spot for your child to sleep outside of your own bed, maybe near you in the bassinet, right? But making sure you're following the proper steps to make sure that your child is safe. And where can people go for more information so they can get the tips that they need to make sure that they have the proper sleeping space for their infant, and as they move forward with that first year of their child's life?
So certainly our website, which is children.ucdavis.edu. You can go there to see more about what we're doing at UC Davis, as well as a lot of the national recommendations.
Great, and then probably also talk to their healthcare professional too, right?
Absolutely.
Great.
Absolutely. Resource.
Ladies, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
All right, very, very important information. I certainly hope all of you are really taking to heart. Sac&Co will be right back. We got a lot more to come, so stick around.
This segment sponsored by UC Davis Children's Hospital.